Hello and welcome. My name is Maria Kliavkoff, and I'm the founding director of Healthy Mourning Revolution. We're all about revolutionizing the way you think about your grief and mourning. And today I'm wearing the sparkly colors because it is winter solstice, December 21st. And I've been hearing a lot of people talking about not only celebrating the return of light, but also being the light and the invitation to be the light. And I've been thinking about how that might be heard by somebody who's grieving, where you might think, I don't have the light in me. I don't have the energy to be the light. I'm not inspired to be the light. So I wanted to speak for a second to everybody who's grieving. And what does it mean to be the light and to celebrate the light, particularly at a time when you may not be feeling like celebrating at all? So one of the things that winter solstice does for me is it helps me to remember that there's hope, that whereas yesterday was a very dark night and tonight is the longest dark night of the year, tomorrow we get a little more light, and then a little more light and a little more light. The grief journey, when we choose to stay present with the grief journey, when we choose to embrace it and convert our grief to healthy mourning, what we discover is a little more light and a little more light. And so that hope that you get with that is everything. When we're saying you want to be the light, what I would encourage you to remember is that most of us were never taught how to convert grief to mourning. We weren't taught to be present with our grief journey. We don't even know really what that means. And so if you are in that area where you know you need to do something and you're not sure what it is, I encourage you to trust your grief, because your grief knows what to do. You truly are the expert on your grief journey. There's no one who can tell you what to do. You are the expert on your grief journey. There are people like myself who are grief coaches who can walk with you when you're in the dark places, when you're in the difficult places and you're not sure what your next steps. We can walk with you to help you to hear what is true for you. But the answer comes from within you. And so being the light in your grief journey simply means that you are willing to be present to wherever your grief journey is. Sometimes our grief journeys, we find ourselves sad, we find ourselves angry, we find ourselves frustrated, we find ourselves really struggling. And there are other times in our grief journey, much to our surprise, where we might find a little relief and we might find a little joy, and we might even laugh at a memory that we're having. All of it is part of the grief journey. And so being the light in the grief journey is being willing to be wherever the grief journey takes you, and be willing to convert that grief to mourning, be willing to take what's going on the inside and express it out into the world in healthy ways. So whether it is lighting a candle, it is telling a story about your loved one, it is journaling, whatever you decide to do, I encourage you on this winter solstice and beyond into whichever holidays you are celebrating, because this year menorahs are being lit on the same nights that we are celebrating Christmas, and Kwanzaa is right on the heels of that. All of the holidays are converging this year. So it's a very special year to know that light is being lit and being celebrated literally around the world at this time. And so if the normal traditions that you've been experiencing feel like something you can't do this year, that's okay. It's about being present with wherever you are, right here, right now. And in this way, you are being the light and you are bringing the light. If you want to learn more about how to do it, if you need some support, I encourage you to go to Healthy Mourning, spelled Mourning, healthymourning.com. All of the links are below in the description. If this video has helped you, then please like and subscribe, because that's how Google knows to give it to other people who are looking for this kind of video. So like and subscribe, and be sure to click on the bell so that you're notified every time we drop a new video. And if you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the comments section below. I take those questions and I answer them in our Healthy Mourning Revolution Radio, which is the podcast. So any questions you may have about your grief journey, please don't hesitate to ask. I wish you much light, much love, and much ease and grace in your grief journey. It is possible to do it with ease and grace when we understand what grief is asking of us and we truly walk the journey of the grief process. Much love to you. Namaste.